Hello, hello, everybody. Go RGN TV here. We got the uppers semis. FM-Esports versus GPlay. Alongside me today, Hurricane. I'm Laser Jesus. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. We got some excellent teams playing against each other. FM-Esports playing GPlay on Inferno, and this is a very crucial match as this is the upper bracket semis.
Yeah, this could easily decide a winner of our tournament. I mean, we're getting down to the nitty-gritty. The big teams starting to be the only ones remaining, aside from that dreaded lower bracket. But no team has had an easy route here thus far. I mean, FM has only dropped one map. GPlay hasn't lost a single map. FM only losing one to XMG. But let's hop into it. This is a best of three. GPlay here, starting on the T side of Inferno. I'll update you on the next maps right after we get this pistol round over with. It looks like GPlay is coming up middle, and FM-Esports is stacked heavily towards the B site. They're pushed all the way down Banana. They're not using anything with that information. They're just letting GPlay take into the bomb site. They take down one without receiving really any trades. A lot of damage to GPlay, but this rotate is going to have to be swift. GPlay already with that bomb down. Wow, Weber straight up middle, popping two heads, and he's not done. Look at how low GPlay is. FM-Esports rotate all over him right now. It's going to be very tough to hold this off, but Bubble doing a good job so far. He's traded off. That time is ticking. They got to take down these remaining two CTs. Oh, Mike S jumping into the pit, and they are going to have enough time. Wow, I don't know. This is going to be close. They might not have this.
Ooh. Oh, lordy. Buzzer
So
beater
close.
there. I really like FM's logic behind their setup, but the one mistake I saw there was Weber. He pushed down into those logs and Banana and then just stayed in the corner hoping that GPlay would go in and he would just be swarmed. And they had the three remaining FM-Esports players in the site. I would have liked to see Weber just push through, try to do as much damage as possible to kind of entice GPlay to go into that stack at B, but it still worked out as the retake was just too strong there by FM.
Yeah, that's kind of the thought process behind it. You know, you push one guy down. If the T's get the kill, you really want to just rush into the bomb site and use that kill and hopefully catch the rotators. But yeah, he just sat there at the logs, and instead it's GPlay who get the bomb plant down, which allows them to go for a Tech 9 armor buy here. They got to hold this at B. There's so many Tech 9s. This is so difficult to hold. And Bubble and Victor both take them down. We see that so often now with these Tech 9s that fully equipped CTs just can't hold off these guns. And now GPlay up 5-2 player advantage. And just Niels and Mike S remain. These Tech 9s do it again and give GPlay, oh, Dreamer taking out Neil. He was going to go down, but instead just leaves it up to Mike S. They didn't buy fully M4s. They had a couple of MP7s, I believe. MP7s versus Tech 9s. I'm favoring the Tech 9 there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a one-shot kill, and these are some of the best aimers in the world that we're watching here. So, I mean, you're trying to just kind of make the most and get your money, but you got to know the meta at this point and just expect that as Mike S goes down, and they're going to get the last M4, or the only M4 that was on the board there for the CTs. But yeah, I completely agree. I mean, you have to make such a stand with the SMGs if you're going to go for that play. Like, maybe one or two players getting an SMG and the rest, you know, FAMAS, M4, whatever you can afford. But I think that was a crucial mistake there by FM.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, you got to respect the Tech 9s. You got to buy up at least FAMASs because otherwise these Tech 9s, they're so powerful. And now we see GPlay take that momentum right back. But look at the CT side. They're fighting back for the momentum. We see this time and time again now. Both teams just refusing to save fully or save by any means. FM-Esports buying everything they can at this point. And for the GPlay setup here, just taking things slowly, maintaining control of Banana as well. They have one over at alt middle. So just mission control here for GPlay thus far. And then they're eventually going to open up very shortly after the nades expire from FM. So now GPlay just prodding their way into B. I want to walk into any traps, but there's FM is springing a trap up right now. They have rotated one over. That's a nice shot from Cryptix. Taking out Spy Leader as he tries to jump up. Now GPlay still trying to muscle their way into this B site. This might not work for them as FM now has a bunch of people here, but looks like Mike got way aggressive through the smoke and Unique had already crossed his way to the other side of Banana, or of the site, and now after this, GPlay, after all this exchange of Banana, is going to go back to A.
Yes, they are, and Weber able to pick up Unique, leaving himself there at B, but the Saris have moved over to the A site, rerouting. Neil taking down one, Soken taking down another, Soken picking up two. Nice headshots there, and wow, they just ecoed them right back.
Yep, right back at him. And yeah, we were talking all yesterday so much about how the CTs shouldn't eco right back or shouldn't force buy right back. And there it is. That percentage, FM-Esports gets it, making us eat our words. I don't mind it because we're going to see a close match now. But look at this. GPlay is buying right back. It makes for really interesting Counter-Strike nowadays because you don't have to sit through a couple of those rounds where, okay, one team's going to get smashed because they didn't buy anything. Now we see just force buy after force buy after force buy. I mean, we got to come up with a new term for it or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Poverty buy, maybe? I don't know. Maybe that's a little bit too offensive. But we got GPlay Victor here going into B, just acting as a scout as a Tech 9, but he goes immediately down to Cryptics, and now we have the Terrorists working up middle. We have the bomb coming out, Boiler, Soken taking down one, immediately traded by Unique. Mike Gas getting him back. Mike Gas is still in the site. He's fighting, waiting for his teammates to rotate. He's being swarmed. The B players are too far away, and Bubble able to take him down. This is going to be a bomb plant for GPlay here. One spy leader going into the pit. Bubble in sight. Good after plant positions, but FM-Esports gets smoked off at Library, so now they're going to have to move around here. They're sticking together. Good play here. Good Counter-Strike positioning. You want to get in trade positions when you're on the offense, and the CTs are definitely in the offense right now. Spy leader in the pit, able to take down Weber, but Cryptics able to spot the other remaining terrorist next to the graveyard, but he needs to put his focus on Spy Leader. Spy Leader is able to take him down, and now they ecoed them right back. It's 2-2.
Yeah, man, back and forth. And are the CTs going to force again? This would be nuts. Because at what point do you start saving after this back and forth? And there it is. They're going to do it again. Force buy after force buy. I mean, this is just madness nowadays.
Yeah, it really is. I'd like to see something special out of them, but they're just gonna do they're gonna do their standard setup, just see if they can hold. But GPlay this time around don't have Tech 9, so I don't think they're gonna be sending in early scouts like they did last time to kind of almost give free kills to FM. So they're gonna have to play in this trap. Luckily for FM, GPlay is playing a little bit of a default, so they're spread out, but there's no aggression by these CTs to capitalize on that. So we're gonna have to see if they still do this undisciplined play and maybe, make a mistake and try to go for one-on-ones instead of being in trade positions.
I wonder if the MP7 got a buff or something, because FM-Esports is favoring it again over, say, a CZ or a 5-7 here. Questionable decision by Cryptic. Yeah, I agree with what you're saying, especially because GPlay doesn't have Tech 9s anymore. It's a different type of T-side round for them. They're fully stocked. They have all their weapons, and now they're going to play their default how they usually do, or work it like they usually do. So now FM, with inferior weapons, now have to hold this B again. They're going to try it one more time. Cryptics with that MP7. He gets one. They're still trying to push in. Oh, the MP7. There it goes. But Bubble finally trades him up. Oh, remember, he found the AK. He takes down two, and the CTs are going to hold this. They're going to go back and forth. How many rounds are we going to see go back and forth? I think it was a match I casted with Sprawl. It was 3 or 7 total back and forth force buy rounds going back and forth to each other. But still Dreamer not out of this yet. 15 seconds. He's got to make a move or save that weapon immediately. Weber with the 3. The triple kill to give FM-Esports their third. And GPlay, are they going to match?
We'll find out, but that's 5 rounds in a row of resetting money, so it's just still going to be these broken buys back and forth. And yeah, they're answering back. Armor, Tech 9s, there's just no respect between these teams, I feel like. But good play there by Weber, really following up. And to answer your question, yes, the MP7 did get buffed along with the Mac 10 and the UMP. They're technically, quote-unquote, more accurate. So, I guess they're just trying to make the most out of this update. But GPlay all gathered up here in Banana. We have one player at the front. It's Cryptics. He's spotting. He's waiting for a pop flash here from Weber. Here comes the pop flash. Let's see if he makes the most of it. Oh my God. They're all blind. 1, 2, 3. But Bubble able to take down one. The rest remaining of the terrorists are blind. They pick up that M4, and now it looks like they're going to back off. But 2 FM players are pushed up to the bottom middle. Soken takes down one, but he's traded by Spy Leader, and then Neil trades him right back. So really good play there by FM-Esports. Seeing all those numbers on the radar and knowing that they could break down the map a little bit more and contain the remaining terrorists.
And we're not going to see a single save this whole match. I mean, GPlay, the FM-Esports finally broke the chain of going back and forth, and GPlay is still forcing up. But this is probably still the best decision considering the strengths of the Tech-9, because FM-Esports isn't out of save territory yet. They still have to win a couple more in a row, or at least this one, to try to avoid having to save. Oh, Mike S. aggression from the window takes out one, and this is an awesome start for FM-Esports. It kind of cripples the strategy.
Absolutely. That nice little beginning aggression can just disrupt so much for the terrorists, especially if you have a set strategy. Maybe that guy had the smoke for arches or library or left middle. You never know. Sometimes teams break up these smokes and these set plays. And if you take out that key guy, they're going to have to just completely change the strategy in the middle of the round. So I like the little aggression by the CTs. And just to get out completely unscathed with that kill, unbelievable start here from FM.
Yeah, very perfect. And GPlay, yeah, it staggered their take because it looked like they were storming up, ready to rush the A site, but that one kill stopped them, and now FM-Esports still in a good position. GPlay did trade one, but Mike S. furthering that advantage from the pit. They can't seem to find him, but Weber drops Cryptix after Cryptix kills Bubble. So, FM-Esports, so thirsty for those kills, dropping their teammates, and now just Victor, last GPlay member, jumps through the smoke, can't see anything, and Mike S. is going to claim another frag that round. FM-Esports now taking 2 in a row, and that is the first time someone's taken 2 in a row this match so far.
Yeah, they're finally establishing some momentum here, and I think that was the perfect call to just make that little aggressive play in the window. And they worked banana those previous rounds, so just good anticipation, really good read on what the terrorists might do. Hey, they've worked banana these few rounds, maybe they're going to switch it up and go alternate, and it was the perfect call. We got some pre-nades down middle, 3 terrorists working alternate middle quickly. The bomb and Dreamer, Mike S. taking down Dreamer, crossing. Now Victor stopped dead in his tracks. He has another teammate in the halls with him. It's Spy Leader. He's in Boiler. He's checking out the porch, able to be taken down by Soken. And Soken picking up another on Bubble, and this middle hold is just too strong. Bomb coming out of Boiler, but he's getting tagged so much. Gets a third, and Unique all the way on the other side of B gets taken down by Cryptix, and this FM defense is looking strong.
Yeah, really found their footing here, and I don't know what Unique was doing way on the other side of the world. Probably just trying to get a gun or something. But now GPlay gonna be able to full buy for the most part, save a few flashbangs. No ops in their hands just yet. So Mike S. could have another go at some early aggression. Doesn't look like that is his plan this time. So what is GPlay going to do? Early smokes down banana from FM-Esports. This is going to allow them to push all the way up if they want to. And it actually is cutting off the vision of Bubble even looking up middle. So excellent smoke from FM-Esports. But both teams spending a lot of their stuff early. And we're not going to see some action for 20 more seconds or so. But FM-Esports has pushed Cryptic all the way down banana, and he's spamming through that smoke. And this is going to allow FM to rotate one more member back towards the A-bomb site. And that's really the strength of what you could do with these CT smokes at banana, because you can see Cryptic still had one smoke left at banana. So by the time that dissipates, it's going to be about 40 seconds before GPlay can finally start battling for control of banana.
Yeah, just really good play here by FM. This is how you're supposed to play CT side on Inferno, folks. Smoke that bottom middle, take that control away from the terrorists, and funnel them all towards alternate mid. And then you can cheat a player at A, because you're going to be able to get such an early read if you play that the banana angles right. But I digress. Soken able to take down 2. Bubble gets the trade. Neil picks up Unique, and now it's a 4 on 2. The terrorists completely decimated. They're all hanging around the truck. The Molotov's going to cut off Dreamer, and he's going to be forced to take the site alone. He takes down one, finds Neil in the back left, but Neil too strong for him. Neil taking down another, and wow, just insane recoil control there by Neil. It's such a strong hold because he was in the face of danger with a rotate a little bit too late. If that last remaining terrorist was able to pick up Neil, it could have been a little bit more winnable situation here by GPlay. But again, FM-Esports finally getting this footing in this match, and that's 5 rounds in a row for them.
Yeah, and individual plays like that, something they definitely need, because if Neil had gone down to Dreamer right away, yeah, different round entirely. Let's see if FM-Esports, okay, they're going to do the same thing here at middle as well as banana. Actually, I think that's the T-Smoke Or is that the CT smoke at middle? Interesting stuff if it is, because I don't expect FM-Esports to burn a smoke that early at middle, but we'll see. But now GPlay already made their way up middle using these smokes, and now they're falling back. So they have control of middle and banana if they want it. So FM-Esports now employing a different style of defense, but they're still cheating one over towards A. So kind of a dangerous position here for Cryptics, but he is going to smoke banana off, and this is going to allow FM-Esports the security of knowing that they're going to have at least an earlier call at B. But now here comes GPlay creeping up the middle. Mike S is at the perfect spot here from the library, and then the player crept over from B is going to assist him right away. Oh man, he unscoped but rescoped and takes down Victor. So now this puts GPlay in a tough spot. They got to make their way up across this arch side, but they're still peeking from library, and now Mike S is going to have assistance. Ooh. He doesn't even need any assistance. Mike S with the triple, and he might even find another one crossing. GPlay has to do something here. They got to make their move, but they got to try to cross Mike S right now, who is not missing with that AWP. And just Dreamer left, and Neil again. Man, he likes that little corner of the site. That's his domain right now.
It's his temple. It's where he prays to the Counter-Strike gods. But wow, what a play by Mike S. That follow-up third kill headshot was just unreal. The accuracy on this guy is unbelievable. He's averaging 110 damage per round. He already has three kill rounds, so he's just multi-killing it up like a boss right now. And we have GPlay coming in, doing a 2-3 split here. 2 players watching banana push, the other 3 working their alternate pushes, and it's another 4-spot here from GPlay. They have the full money bonus, so they're going to probably try to get more. They probably felt that pressure from that op, and they're going to need to answer it by, you know, saving another round. They could have bought just all AKs and just scarce nades, but I think this is a good call by them to kind of do a little bit of a half buy here. Only Tech 9, CZ's body armor, and a few grenades to boot. So they're going to have, you know, $2,000 to spare in this upcoming round. But GPlay doing a little fake through B. Victor actually pushing through spawn, able to take down Neil. And now they have the CTs completely split up here, and it's going to be a full prong attack. Bubble taking down Soken, and it's going to be up to Mike S again. He's in library, misses the shot. Finally, he's human, guys, not a robot. And we have 2 players at B, but they're just going to back off. So this half buy did wonders. That little play at B, knowing that, or at least hoping that the FM players would be both in sight. They flashed in, he pushed through the smoke, killed Neil rotating, and it just completely threw the defense off balance. They started rotating around frantically, not knowing that they were going to get completely sandwiched on 3 sides. Some from halls, some from lane, and then 1 library coming in from spawn. But they just had to move around. Mike S missing that shot was just so crucial. And now GPlay finding some footing, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see an op coming in.
Yeah, I think that is their plan, and on top of that, walking away with some weapons. Yeah, it just came down to Victor. Him and another one of his teammates were creeping up banana, and they did some set smokes that allowed Victor to creep all the way through. That's a dangerous play, because usually when those flashes come in, somebody will start spamming, and that strategy might not work at all, but the fact that he made it through and the CT was unaware really changed the round. And yeah, Mike S. proving he's human. It's like that new reCAPTCHA system where you got to check that box, prove you're not human, or you prove you are human. Yeah, that's what he just did. But now GPlay, they take 1, and they are going to be able to buy the next, or at least force up if they want to. This match was so close going back and forth. Now FM has stretched a lead. Can GPlay bring it back? They're going to go with the old apartments burst. That opening frag is so important, and wow, they actually get out. Soken doesn't take down anybody. From that position, you're set up to take down numerous, but it's going to be GPlay who take the site, and this FM-Esports retake is going to be tough, as Mike S. He does have the AWP. He's not going to go from the library this time, and I'm FM-Esports here. I'm thinking about saving, because their money, if they do lose these 2 guns, is going to start getting down to the dangerous territory. GPlay, if they put a few more together, they can make a good half out of this. But right now, it's all FM-Esports, but GPlay well on their way into taking another round, and it's going to be Mike S. getting out of there with his AWP. And that thing's been doing damage so far, so excellent weapon to hang on to. Solid choice, but an even more solid round by GPlay.
Yeah, GPlay just opting to go for a big change up here. Most of their takes have been a lot of just smoking, isolating, the defense and then trying to exploit that. But they took a page right out of the old Navi books there, going Halls just completely dry and just jumping out, completely surprising that player in balcony who whiffed his spray because he just wasn't ready for that. I bet he was anticipating grenades to just kind of tell him, like, all right, time to focus up. He was completely unfocused for that, let the player go into pit, and then the following player out of Halls able to pick him up, and then they had complete control of that pit and leveraged it into that bomb site take. So really good play here by GPlay to really just change up the pace. And Victor coming up to the stairs, quick headshot on Mike S, turns around, Dreamer picks up Soken, and now this A defense is dominated. Neil going down, and this is a free bomb take or bomb site for these terrorists. Bubble creeping into the arches, and now it's going to be FM saving again. They're carving out these rounds one by one, and GPlay is looking to get back on the score.
I think GPlay found the tender spot in the map of FM-Esports because Soken, 2 rounds in a row here, could have just won it flat out for FM-Esports, but he failed both times. And if GPlay can keep exploiting these apartments, I mean, they're well on their way to forcing an FM-Esports save here. If they take these 2 guns away, they might even have to. So this end of the round is very, very important here. They do take down 1. If Bubble can find the second, he might even want to go for it. Okay, so they do hang on to 1, but it puts them in a spot they're going to be able to buy, but barely. And while we got a little time here, Luminosity, as always, generous folks that they are, giving away another weapon, this time a red line op. So all you got to do is retweet the specific tweet by us at GoRGNTV, as well as them at LuminosityGG. But back to the action. GPlay now, making a half of this 5th round claimed by them, and now they're going to try to rush up B with a couple or 3 of their players. FM-Esports was aggressing by the car. They got to get out of there. They have the op isolated. They can just take him down. No, Cryptic saves his teammate, and this changes the round a lot for GPlay because they were rearing and ready to go straight up the banana.
Yes, they were. They were completely grouped up, but those counter grenades made them think twice about it. And now they're all grouped up in banana here. I'd like to see a little bit more aggression by FM, knowing that they were the 3 of the terrorists are. They definitely showed a lot on the radar just by making that aggression. I'd like to see the CTs capitalize on that, but no, they're staying put. They're just keeping their lines. But here comes the GPlay take on B. Unfortunately, it's only up to Cryptics at the site. Nice counter flash in from his teammate from spawn. Weber able to take down Victor, and now Cryptics in the back right. Weber taking down another, but it's traded by Spy Leader. Dreamer taking down another, and now it's a 2-on-3. They have the bomb site. Spy Leader making sure that there's no shenanigans going on in the back. No one's hiding in there. They're planting behind the fountain, and they're going to have a pretty good after plant setup here. Spy Leader able to take down 1, and now it's a 2-on-2 here. Flash is coming over. Mike S scoping around from spawn, trying to find someone peeking. He doesn't see anyone. Dreamer playing in that first orange spot. Spy Leader in the dark spot in the back right. And here comes the retake. Dreamer able to take down Neil, trying to jump up on that. Dreamer strafing out, picking up Mike X, and that was just a very good round there by GPlay. And that's 4 in a row for them. If you can do it, we can do it, is GPlay's motto for this half.
Man, they must have buffed that MP7 a lot if FM-Esports is favoring it. Have you got a chance to use that weapon yet?
No, I haven't been able to play just yet. I cast it all yesterday instead of playing.
Oh, yes. You're well adjusting to the life of a caster, eh?
7 maps yesterday.
Oh, good gosh. But here comes GPlay. Going banana again. One of the members of the CT is going to get popped. Oh, but his head gets popped off instead. Unique finds Cryptics, and that was excellent because if he didn't get that, Cryptics was going to get all of them. But GPlay still pressuring into the bomb site. Weber trades another one. So they traded 2 for 2. Not optimal by any means, but still got a couple here. So this retake's not going to be as difficult, but there it is. Dreamer onto Soken at middle. And this makes FM-Esports lives much more difficult, as now only 2 members to rotate with, 1 garden, 1 coming from the CT. Excellent setup here from GPlay, 3 different locations. I don't see FM-Esports taking it, but Neil has crept his way up. He might be able to take down 1. He does. There's the second. He's hiding, and now Neil is running out of time after his teammate falls. GPlay could just play with him at this point. No chance for Neil, and it is going to be an 8-7 half favoring FM-Esports. but I'd say that's a victory for GPlay.
Absolutely. They dug themselves such a huge hole after going back and forth those first 4 rounds, losing 6 in a row. It was looking so bad for GPlay, but they answered them right back, got 5 in a row themselves, and now we're looking at an 8-7 scoreline, which could have been a way worse, numbers to deal with if you're GPlay. So really good resilience by them to fight back and get this number even. And I'm looking at FM-Esports to see how they answer back. If they get crushed on this pistol, which can happen very easily, as these CT starter pistols are just way more superior. If GPlay comes in big with those nice, swift one-tap headshots, shuts down this FM pistol, it might be bad for FM. I think it'd be a real shot to their confidence.
Yeah, definitely, and especially in this best of 3 format. I haven't updated you guys with the next maps. Do you have them at the ready? Oh, they're so far away from me. No, I think one of them is Dust. Okay, there we go. I got Inferno, Mirage, as well as Dust 2 in the bitter end. So I assume this was GPlay's pick, and FM-Esports chose Mirage. I could be wrong if they opted not to choose the CT side. Yeah, just waiting for these players to ready up. Obviously, pistol round, such a huge part of it. I suppose, well, we got time. Check out eBattle, new sponsor of ours. One-stop shop for betting real money in Counter-Strike matches. We can't do that over here in the States. So you guys are lucky.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's online betting rules. But check out that site. They have a team that works their own odds. Even if you don't want to bet real money and still do your skins, just check out the site and check out a different look at what some experts think about these odds. And then, if it's enticing you and you want to put some real cash on it, then go for it, my friends. There's plenty of ways to get more and more engaged in these games as we're going live in this pistol round. Interesting setup here by GPlay. We have 4 players towards A, only 1 towards B, but FM-Esports going up in middle. They're all grouped up at Banana, and oh man, it's gonna be some work here for Spy Leader. He's alone, spots 1, nice headshot there by Weber. He backs up into spawn, spots 1, spots 2, and here they need to be rotating quicker. And now that FM has the site control, getting bombed down at the boiler, Spy Leader strafes out again, isn't able to pick up another kill, and we have a nice setup here from FM. They're just all grouped up in that back garden area. Bubble taking down Neil, who's watching the back, and now we're gonna have a full retake here from GPlay. 4 players alive for him. Cryptics take down Spy Leader, Soken taking down Dreamer, but Victor coming in huge, finds 1. Bubble takes down the remaining 2, and it's a full retake here by GPlay, and it's looking good. And that little scenario that I talked about, where maybe if GPlay got that first pistol, it might spell trouble for FM.
Yeah, that is disastrous, man. Everything was going so good, and then the retake came in, those 3 frags in quick fashion in the end. Really caught FM-Esports off guard, but are we going to see the obligatory force on the T side? No? So they're going to go, they got the bomb plant, so they're just going to buy not armor, but still Tech 9, so still very potent, but now they're going to try to go for AK's next round. Is the game plan, I believe. Kind of feeling the CTs out there. They don't want to rush with these Tech 9s. But the CTs are only in forward positions at Banana. So you have them pushed up by the sandbags at A. Complete passivity from GPlay. And here comes FM again up Banana. They are in trouble. If they don't have a good pop flash setup, okay, they do. But still, so does GPlay. So exchanging flashes. Spy Leader only gets 1. FM-Esports, they're in good spot to take this. They just got to deal with Victor. And Victor gets 1 before the trade is there. But now the race is on. FM-Esports got to cross. They got to get this bomb down before the rotate is there. Bubble is already there. Takes down Mike S, who took the fight. He didn't just try to cross and get that bomb down. Instead, he takes a fight, and this might spell disaster for his team. Never mind, Weber pushes into Banana, and he's able to take a gun as well as one of the frags, but again, GPlay with this rotate. Find these frags in the bitter end, and again, kind of sneak away with the round.
Yeah, they really did. Just good play there by FM-Esports, playing exactly, GPlay played the exact positions that FM-Esports wanted them to. Pushed up in that Banana cart area, and they pop flash from perfectly. Unfortunately, they weren't able to capitalize perfectly on them as they were blind, and he backed up behind the sandbags and was able to pick up another kill before being dropped. But unfortunately, Mike S kind of a brain fart there with the bomb and a P250. No teammate with him to trade, as basically the only player really fighting him in spawn was sitting crouched in the middle of nowhere, and it would have been an easy fight for a rifler if they just would have, you know, take a second to breathe and regroup. But I digress. FM-Esports has a full buy here. They're pushing through the halls. They're clearing out the boiler. Spy Leader able to take down Weber, and they have banana control now. Mike S trades him back, but Victor, looking for that revenge frag, is able to find him, and now they have banana control back. But the 3 terrorists are all grouped up, 2 in boiler, 1 at top middle. They're gonna smoke and flash out and go lane.
Yep, that is the plan. The CT is there, ready to go. It's Dreamer trying to find the shots through the truck. That truck is indestructible. Not going to find much damage through that, but FM-Esports, after throwing their smokes, they just kind of chill, and I don't like this from them. They want to take some real estate. Now they try to come to Arch side, where they're met with a smoke, and now they push through it. Bubble forced to retreat just a little bit, but there is a Unique able to take down one. There's the trades from Bubble. I don't see Cryptics doing much with this round. Only 30 seconds remain, as well as 11 HP and way too many CTs. There it is, Bubble with the double as they try to cross up the arch. No dice, and now FM-Esports, after having such a dominant lead for a while, is now looking at GPlay, who's up on the CT side, the better side, and FM-Esports is on the save here. I'd like to see them just rush something on their eco, though.
Yeah, let's see group up, just do a simple smoke something off and then go for it. See if maybe you could do another pop flash at banana, because they do, as far as FM knows, they like pushing up, and I think they need to exploit and read that. But GPlay actually changing up this time around. They're gonna play passive in the site, so a good mix up there by these CTs, and FM working alternate middle. They already have boiler control. 2 players right around the couch area, so it looks like it's going to be an A take. There's bomb down in alternate mid. They don't have any nades really to work with, so they're going to wait out these smokes, group up, and just try to trade kills at top middle. But there's going to be no defense there to really trade with as GPlay is playing back. It's going to be a perfect call here to deal with this eco. They're in lane. They're scoping around at jungle. Dreamer taking down Soken, and now FM just kind of leaving his man hanging there. There's no one there to trade. And
yeah, I don't like this.
Yeah, they just kind of look a little lost here. They're going to try to make the best out of it, though. They're grouped up here. Now they're going to take lane together, but there's 2 players to fight with. Dreamer just using that pull to its advantage. Takes down 1, makes that 3, and Weber finally gets him, but Unique answers right back. Spy Leader on the rotate, able to take down Weber, and wow, just a superior setup there by the CTs to deal with a completely saving terror side with no nades to work with.
Yeah, I like how they're playing the A site. I mean, over at Banana, dealing with the anti-eco, they're playing a little bit forward. It kind of worries me. It had a really close round, but at the A-bomb site, it looked like there was no chance of an eco coming in the way of FM. Now another gun round. Where's FM going to go? Majority up the alt side, and they look to be moving pretty quickly. Are they going to slow down here? This might be a straight-up apartments rush, and yeah, they're going for it. Here they come out the middle. The crossfire isn't there from GPlay. They have 2 members under the porch. Actually, one's above it, but the frags go the way of FM, and now just 1 remains in the bomb site. That's Bubble. But GPlay had traded 2, so not too bad, but that critical smoke, there it is, cutting off the bomb site from the library, allowing FM to set up at will. The Spy Leader is on the rotate, and just look at these smokes from FM. They got 1 at the port side as well. How does GPlay penetrate this?
Well, it looks like they're going to smoke off pit, flash into the site, and they're going to be able to enter this bomb site. But Mike S playing the smoke beautifully is able to catch 1. No, he didn't catch any of them. They were just, moving their feet around too much, and Mike S screwed up the recoil. Neil take down 1, Cryptics answers with another, and now it's all left to Victor. 12 HP in the site, and just a superior setup here. FM not giving him any shots to even take, so Victor's just going to try to do as much damage as he can, but everyone's going to die this round. All the guns are on the ground, and I guess that's just a good consolation prize for GPlay, as that retake was just thwarted too badly by superior crossfires from pit and site from FM-Esports, and now they're on the board the second half.
Finally, they broke the seal, and now GPlay, I mean, actually looking at their money, I was going to say they could start developing it again, but they've been pretty low this whole time. So this is the swing round. Loser has to save FM. This could be the point where they start establishing themselves on the terrorist side. But look at GPlay with the switch of the setup. They're playing 3 at the B. They're aggressive up. Weber early takes down Spy Leader. But they both fall for GPlay aggressing the banana. Little do they know, there's Bubble. Here he comes from the site. He needs more than one. That was an excellent setup. Bubble was lined up just to murder everybody trying to come through that angle, but he only takes down one, and now GPlay. 2 members on this rotate. They do not want to save FM from the back of the site. Everybody's playing in the back of the site. I love this crossfire. GPlay is going to be so treacherous to make your way up and try to deal with this. They got to open up onto somebody before they make their way into the back of the site. This take is so difficult. GPlay has no intelligence that all 3 are back there. And man, NKL, he's not going to be able to do this. Just try to take down a couple of them. Nah, only gets 1. So FM now put GPlay on tilt.
Wait, so Unique's name is actually NKL? Alright, my bad.
Yeah, I just got blew up hardcore. It's the second match in a row where I've butchered it, so I apologize.
Yeah, sorry guys. GPlay looks like they're not feeling that they're gonna lose out this match. They're bought up again after dropping their first 2 rounds on the second half. We see 3 CZs, a 5-7, and Victor are the only one with the Colt. So they're all in here, folks. But we have FM just working this quick offense again. They're going into halls. They're jumping around, checking it out. Boiler's smoked off this time around. Let's see if they just go through it. No F's given. Dreamer takes down one. NKL taking down another. Weber finally able to trade. And we have NKL picking up another. And now the terrorists finally have the site. They're able to trade out those kills. Mike S only 5 HP. Weber with a P90 in pit. This is terrible positioning for that gun. The smoke not good either. Victor's able to move up. He has 100 HP with a superior rifle than the player in pit. So Mike S is going to have to make a serious move here. He's in pretty good positioning here to pick up NKL. Or, excuse me, Victor. But Weber takes him down, takes down Spy Leader, and now it's a 1-on-1. Victor's going to just smoke himself off. Let's see if he taps the bomb. He's going to try to draw Weber out. But Weber is just saying, I don't think you're on it, bro. And it's a great call by him. Now he's moving up. He's spraying around. The smoke's actually blocking off Victor, which is kind of counterintuitive. And Weber's going to actually be able to take that kill. I don't know. I think Victor should have just stayed on that bomb and wait for that audio cue of Weber pushing up close to him before he decided to fake. He decided to fake immediately and then try to get in better positioning on top of the box, but his smoke just cut off all of his vision. He wasn't actually able to capitalize on it, basically hindering himself useless.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It could have went either way. He easily could have just gotten spammed through it, but he was in that same position, so I don't know. Questionables, but in the end, it's going to be GPlay, who now is on this force buy. And now this is dangerous for them because they had won a bunch of rounds in a row on the CT side. So, in theory, saving up for a full buy gun round where you could just establish another series and go on another run. But now they're fighting for this round instead, where they're heavily under-equipped. And if they don't win this, then that's just going to chunk in for next 4-5. So FM with a massive opportunity here, and GPlay with a huge gamble. And so far, FM-Esports getting the better of these trades. Never mind, actually GPlay took down 2 here at middle. So now it's FM that has to regroup. And how's GPlay going to play this? They can either go 2-2 or 3-1. And that CT might be making his way back to B. It's only Victor inside this B site for now, but he is going to get grouped up with by Spy Leader in just a second here. So now FM-Esports, I don't see this working out for them. They do have a smoke remaining. Their sole nade is going to be a smoke for that CT spawn, but Victor ready to go from the site. Oh, he goes down instantly to Mike S. Now only just one CT there. He puts it through the smoke. Spy Leader 2 with the CZ, and man, GPlay needed that. Now just Mike S remains. And he's got to get that bomb down very quickly. Yes, he is. Bubble trying to find him through the smoke, but instead, he's just going to wait for his teammate. Good decision here, but this might allow Mike S to get a good position. He's worried about Banana, though. He's going to be peeking the CT. Takes down the first one. He needs to find the second one. NKL staying very silent. Here he comes. Now Mike S digs up. He knows. Oh, what a one-shot by Mike S. And FM-Esports taking that round narrowly. GPlay, There was countless times that round it could have went either way.
It basically broke down to who was it that died on the first on that 1-on-2 against Mike S. It was basically his fault. He went into the site too early. He should have waited for his teammate that had the AK to get in a better trading position, and then they would have easily won that round. But instead, you went 1-on-1, lost that fight, and then you forced your teammate in a terrible situation, and Mike S just taking the tiniest angle through that little, just the smallest crack at the spools and banana, or excuse me, back of B, and hits that one tap on the face and just caps off a beautiful 4K by him. But I digress. We're going into this next gun round. FM able to trade out one, then just capitalize on Victor being swarmed around. Victor just doing a little bit of damage to Soken. He's getting the bomb down. Neil takes down Bubble, and now it's a full site take by FM. They take down NKL, and now it's all up to Dreamer. Dreamer's just going to run away now and save. And wow, this FM offense is working good. They found their little niche here. They're just wolf packing together, able to trade out these kills and just play beautiful Counter-Strike here, guys. So just, again, FM is going ham on GPlay, sticking together and just able to grind out these rounds, really. That's 5 in a row back. This has just been such a back-and-forth game. It's pretty insane, actually.
Yeah, both teams early, just trading back and forth. And then after that, it seems like both teams just going on rampages where they take a bunch of rounds in a row. Yeah, you can see here, it all started when GPlay took 6, then FM took 5, then GPlay took 4, and now FM took 5. When is GPlay going to mount their comeback? Problem is, that last round, their buy was not on point. They just scrounged together what they could, and before that, they forced up with the CZs and everything, and now they're forcing up here. Had G just saved up, they might have been able to begin another one of those long sprees instead of hoping and praying that one of these force buys they're gonna make it work. Right now, FM on their way to ending this. I mean, GPlay is only gonna have 1 or maybe 2 gun rounds, so it's gonna be difficult. And look at the patience here. Soken's about to get some action in the apartments. GPlay very aggressed up. We got 2 in the bedrooms. It's only meant for 1 person. It's a 1-man apartment. But where's Soken going? Okay, he's not going to take the fights here in apartment. And look at this decision by FM. This is so perfect. I'm not sure how they have this read, but they think Banana is the best choice, and boy, is it. GPlay needs to start thinking about pushing through or something. They don't want to give away that they're stacking, but they got to do something because their B player is about to die. Spy Leader going to throw that smoke at the perfect time. Is FM going to rush through it is the question. I don't think so just yet. GPlay is now rotating people over, but GPlay now has them pinched in. They're aggressed up middle here, and Soken is in trouble. He's going to have his teammate there to help him. What's the decision from FM? It's crunch time. They got to decide where they want to go. 20 seconds left. It's going to be Banana. GPlay still has 2 members over towards the site. Neil drops one of those players. It's Dreamer, but NKL tries to do something from the CT. FM is going to take the round. It looked promising for a moment for GPlay.
It really did. They had a good read as to where FM was, but I just think the key situation here that's making the GPlay lose these rounds is that there's no information gatherer for their team. There's not a little microaggression somewhere around the map where they have just sets, flashbangs to pop a teammate through, take a little gander at alternate middle. How many people are there? Take a pop flash at banana. How many people are over there? So they can make a more informed decision on these rotates, and FM has just been capitalizing on them big time. Just too quick of play here by FM, and they're going to continue that trend. They're up middle, but they're faced with the smoke at the spot where they're trying to go. They're trying to wrap. NKL completely whiffing a huge spray down, but Bubble able to answer back. NKL making me eat my words. Takes down Soken. Spy Leader takes down Cryptics, and now this middle take has been decimated. Neil finally able to answer back, but Bubble takes him down quick. Weber at the bottom of mid, completely alone. And we have a pause coming in next round. I'm curious what that's for. Hopefully everyone's good, but they know they have bomb down.
Is everyone okay?
Yeah, is everyone okay? Is everyone breathing? But
check his pulse, check his ping.
Victor going into CT spawn, seeing if anyone's going to push from B. They have the perfect setup to defend this bomb, and Weber knows it. He's going to dance around and spawn. Polar, check him out and spawn, see if he's going to move around. He was kind of shaking and grooving down there, but it looks like he stopped, so he doesn't make enough noise. or any noise so the CTs know where he is. And it looks like GPlay's going to just hold tight, not hunt really. They just want to win out. They don't have enough money really to hunt. So good call there by GPlay. They're just hanging out top middle. Now Bubble just moving around, checking it out. There's 10 seconds left, and this is going to be a GPlay round. Looks like Spy Leader lagged out, so that's why there was a pause. Hopefully he's able to come back. Hopefully it's not any foul play or anything like that. Weber is gonna hold on to this AK and taking a gander at the money for the terrorists. They're gonna be able to buy up no problemo. So we're gonna see another full gun round here, and maybe if we look at the trends of this match, it's GPlay's turn to go on a run.
Yeah, and you got to think because that was a closest they got to a force buy in a while. And if GPlay would have just saved up instead of going for all those forces, they could have got this round a lot sooner. And now, in the end, 14-12, they have zero room for error. They cannot lose a round. Whereas FM, they could drop this round, save the next, buy up on the 14th. So they got a couple more chances than GPlay. But now, if we're going off of how these rounds have been going, I mean, it looks like GPlay is about to go on the run. So we will see. I'll let you know as soon as I know what's going on with the disconnect. But while we got time, Zowie. Of course, you've heard that name before. New partners of us. And they got an awesome giveaway going on at the conclusion of our tournament. All you got to do is be subscribed, giving away a Zowie bundle. You get to decide which mouse you want. In addition to the bundle, coming with a mouse bungee and mouse pad. I'm super excited for mine to arrive. I don't even want you guys to know what my mouse pad looks like. But yeah, I've used a bunch of mouses over the years, and definitely one of my favorites. And I can't wait for my new one to come.
I'm sure you're stoked too. I have a Zowie mouse myself, and I love them. If you go to tournaments and you're not going to be using your own computer, but you get to use your peripherals, Zowie mouse is the perfect mouse for you. There's no drivers involved. It all right out of the box. It's absolutely beautiful. The sensors are great, and the new updated versions, they all have this rubber coating on them. Oh, it's straight from heaven. God bless Zowie. God bless.
God bless. Dang, we're almost celestial. This is crazy plug. But yeah, now this is it. GPlay. They want their map choice. They gotta step it up right now. FM is gonna be able to buy this one. If they lose it, save next, maybe Tech 9 up and then buy again. So GPlay has to win. Oh my god, look at GPlay. They're taking it right now. They're aggressing down middle. Dreamer and Bubble, they both get a frag apiece aggressing down middle, and that's perfect. That is their set play at 14-12. The round they cannot afford to lose. They push down middle. That's the kind of stuff I love to see at the top levels of Counter-Strike. We're not going to play standard. We're going to shove it down your throat. We're going to rush down middle. And now, FM-Esports has recovered slightly. They planted the bomb in B, but this rotate is going to be very meaty, coming with 4 players. They do need one. That's my guess on the Dreamer. But the CTs have so much HP. There it is. Bubble onto Mike. Just one remains. Cryptics held in the back of the site by the Molotov. And Bubble's going to take him down. I wondered if that Molotov was going to make him think that it was clear. But no, Bubble. He didn't think so.
Yeah, good job just double checking me. He probably saw where his Molotov blew up and was like, I don't know, maybe he might be able to hide back there. And I think that was a good call by him. And wow, finally, GPlay, maybe they're listening to me. I don't know. They finally aggressed down middle, and it worked beautifully for them. They were able to get 2 kills without any rebuttal from FM-Esports, and then they funneled them into Banana, where Spy Leader was able to use angles really well, able to pick up a kill, and then do around 50 damage to the following player. So they finally put FM on their toes, and now that FM's going to have to work a little bit more carefully, as it's not a default play. FM is in halls. They've taken over Boiler, and the bomb is bottom middle, and we have Weber just kind of scoping out Banana to see if there's any push. They're trying to get a read on this defense, and you can tell the immediate impact from that aggression from the CTs, making FM-Esports double think everything. And now we have a Molotov at Boiler, and it's completely cut off, and the defense is looking so sound here for GPlay. Perfect time to aggress. Perfect time in the match when you're down. You need to change it up. And wow, what a devastating nade on Soken. He's down to 45. The terrorists are all gathered up top middle, and they don't really know what to do, it seems like. Looks like they're going to leave Neil and Mike to work out a pick. They're gonna trade out a kill here at Rap. They're gonna smoke off Library and just get an answer here from this defense. They don't spot anyone. Neil makes a little bit of noise, and he's just here to disrupt the rotation as all other 4 FM-Esports players are in banana. They're coming in. Molotov on the ground. They don't care. They're moving past. Cryptix picks up Victor. Mike picks up Spy Leader, and that's a bomb site there, folks. We have a rotate in coming in from Bubble. Neil's behind enemy lines. He's going to be able to find where one of these players is, but it's Dreamer completely expecting where it is. They get the bomb down with 6 seconds left. This round is so close. This is a game of inches here, guys. Neil behind enemy lines. Dreamer is double thinking. He's looking around. He knows Neil's somewhere. He spots him out. Let's see who wins this fight. It's Dreamer on top, but 12 HP left onto Dreamer. It's a 2-on-2. Dreamer picks up Mike, and it's all up to Cryptix now in the site. He hears both of them, and because he heard the footsteps to his left, he looks at the guy back hall, and Dreamer comes up huge that round. Wow, just complete game awareness there. If he would have given up on finding where Neil was, just expecting where he is, it would have been devastating for GPlay. But because of that experience, the game sense, he was able to stay alive, and he was the biggest impact player on that team, picking up 2 kills after being dropped down to 12 HP. Wow.
Yeah. Just 100% raw cyber athleticism on full display right there. But look at FM. Now, this is a very, very tough decision. I mean, how much do you want to spend? Because they are going to go for the tie instead of opting to buy Galils and some nades for their second to last round here. But Tech9's B, this strategy works a lot versus whatever guns. So FM-Esports could steal this match right here and now. Here comes their B take. Victor half out of it. There's the first 2, spamming him down. He's reloading. He's going to look for more in just a moment from this box. And I don't see FM-Esports doing this. They're all dropping in GPlay with a stellar hold of the delayed B take.
Wow. Just unbelievable hold there by Victor. Staying on top of the spools, sees over the smoke, and it's basically fishing with dynamite for him. He picks up 3 kills through that smoke, and just unbelievable hold there. And now GPlay is on map point.
Yep, this could be it. FM-Esports Tech9 to AK this round. Tech9 last round to AK this round, and let's see the setup from GPlay. FM-Esports is once again going to go for this early apartments take. Now they slow it down. Last time they went really fast. Oh, okay, there's a smoke in front of apartments, so that's kind of halting their decision to take into A. And GPlay expending a lot early to stop this. FM-Esports, again, before rushed out of these apartment areas and caught GPlay off guard. So GPlay on the final round, treading very cautiously. And again, they throw another smoke into apartment. So this is very interesting because instead of throwing any smokes middle, they're only smoking apartments. It's just isolating that one spot, hoping that it's going to delay the apartments player enough that the CT side can focus more to middle when the take eventually comes. But now 45 seconds, finally all the smokes have dissipated. Here comes FM-Esports throwing a bunch of stuff out of the apartments. They got to take together. It cannot be staggered at all. Here they come. They got to find this pit player quickly. And 2 out of the apartments, 3 coming up. The truck trades everywhere, favoring GPlay, though. It's Bubble who's going to do it for his team. Here comes Spy Leader from the arch, and it's going to be GPlay who walk away 16-14. Close a match as you can get, safe overtime.
Absolutely. Wow. Just that take from FM actually pretty good. Some nice smokes coming out from that apartment, but Bubble was just too much to handle, picking up 3 kills. And wow, just really good comeback there by GPlay. We called it.